Hey, you're not connected to audio yet.
Hey,
There you are.
here I am. I know.
How come you're in black and white? Or is it just...
I was trying different filters, and if I thought I could get away with it, I would have put like bunny ears or something else. You can do that, did you know?
Yeah, you can do a background, whatever you want.
Yeah, so I changed it to black and white. Hi, Dave. Oh boy. So Greg, Laura remembered that she had a Yale meeting, so she won't be joining us, but we still should have a quorum with the other two.
Okay.
Did you get that text I just sent you?
Yep.
Yeah, so the Agenda Net does this document that it comes out in some weird format. So I was just looking at it, seeing if I could correct it, and it actually allows me to export it to a Word document. A little late figuring it out, but
That's all right. Hey, John.
Hey, John.
Hello. Oh, I always forget to put this. We just got another packet like a minute ago. Is that any different than the one we already had?
So what I did, I added the Northwest Interceptor instead of the DEEP thing. So I didn't know that from our AgendaNet program, the software that you can actually go on and correct it. I figured it out a little late. So that's just without all those pages.
Okay.
Thank you.
Geez, what's with all these late arrivals? It's 5:32.
I know. So Laura's not coming. She ended up having a meeting at Yale. So, but Hugh should be here, and then there's a quorum.
Dave, are you there? Can you hear us?
Oh boy.
Dave, you might be on mute.
Hypothetical situation, if he's on there and we continue the meeting, if he's on there with Hugh, can we have the meeting?
I don't know if he's there or not.
I don't know either.
Well, it says he's there, but it doesn't say he's muted. So you'd think, well.
I know Barbara was going to help him because I did talk to her today. So how can you see that he's muted?
I don't know why he's over.
Well, usually there's a little icon that says,
Hugh, good.
like for you right now, you is muted, but he's going to unmute himself.
Okay.
I got to promote.
See, there you go. He's unmuted, and probably he'll do the camera next.
Hello.
Hi, you.
Hi, Hugh. Uh-oh. Bye, Hugh.
Now we've got 2 Dave Williamses and one
Dave
new
was over the attendees thing.
There's
Hi,
Dave.
Dave. Hi, Barbara.
Okay, good.
And
Hi,
there's
Hugh.
you.
There's you.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why when I signed in, it doesn't. Anyway, maybe.
Sent you over to attendees, so I had to move you over as a panelist. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know, Greg. Maybe you could let
Okay.
or Carrie let who is that? Lisa Town?
Lisa.
Yep.
No,
That,
because it happened last meeting too. That for some reason I come in not as a committee member.
okay.
Yeah, he should be a panelist.
Okay. Okay.
I'm not quite sure what to tell her because I don't. I think you understand it better.
Not really, but I bet she would.
Yeah, she's our Zoom expert in town.
She
so she'll
totally
know.
is. She's the kind of like the everything expert.
Well,
Okay,
is this
David.
it? This is,
This is it. We're not waiting for Laura. She's not going to be here.
Okay. Okay, so I guess we got three.
We're good. Yep.
Yeah, I do not, I was not able to get a list of all the agenda and everything.
Do you want John to chair it then? I'll be quiet.
I think that would be a good thing. You want to do it, John?
I guess, sure. Well, we've sort of done the roll call. We know who's here.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So the next thing on the agenda is citizens petitions. I presume there aren't any,
There are no citizens here, no.
right? So the next thing on the agenda is the approval of minutes. Did everybody get their minutes?
I didn't.
Yes,
Okay, do I have a motion to approve?
well, I can move to approve, but I think Dave said he didn't see the minutes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought he said he did.
I did not know. I will waive any objections.
Okay.
All right, well, then I'll second the motion. And, oh, wait a minute, you have to, well, you can make a motion and I'll second it.
Yes, I make a motion to approve.
Okay,
Hey,
second.
business here. I got a incoming call from 860-506-0604. Is that any of you?
No,
No,
Okay.
Oh, I think we just lost him.
he must have answered the call. No,
Hi,
he's
He's
back.
back.
Welcome back.
Oh, okay, am I back?
Yes.
Yeah.
you are.
Okay, so there's all in favor of approving the minutes, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. So that's done. So the next thing is communications and bills.
have no
Do we have
communications or bills.
Okay. So next is the reports, consultant reports. And I presume that's mainly what we've got here in this. Dave, did you get any of this stuff that we were sent? Did you get the
No, I didn't. I tried to call Carrie, but she didn't answer up. So, and I can't get it. My computer is totally bezotzed, and my smartphone is half bezotzed. So,
because Carrie just sent, of course, she just sent out another copy of the agenda and all of the entire package just a few seconds ago to, I presume, to everybody.
Carrie,
I got the agenda. I got all this stuff on my email I think a day or two ago, right?
Mhm.
It
Carrie,
comes
I would
attachments.
very much. Okay, Carrie, I would very much like to get this in hard copy. We did it once, but if you could just maybe always leave it up at the top of Fort Hill for me, I'd much appreciate it. Is that possible?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay, good. Okay, so
Okay.
continue.
All right, but I mean, okay, so the first thing is consultant reports, and I mean, I went through, I presume one of the things we're going to be talking about is this thing from Fucking O'Neill.
Well,
Greg, do you want to
isn't
discuss
that
that?
the report we went over last meeting?
Yeah, that's the, I think that was the Northwest Interceptor
Right.
Modeling Report.
Right. There's nothing new on that then?
No. You know, unless anybody has any questions, I don't have anything new on that report.
Okay. Well, I just have one, I do have one question on it. What's the next step for them to recommend a course of action?
Correct.
Okay.
We have
All
a
right.
little bit of homework to do, and then they're gonna do some recommendations for us to go out and do some testing in some areas that
Okay.
they identified as potential hotspots.
Okay. All right, so the next thing on the agenda is changes to sewer use list. Informational only.
Yeah, I do have, there's a couple of apartment buildings up on North Pleasant Valley Road. They're just completed. They're 44 units each, and then there's a clubhouse, so that's been added to the sewer use list. So they'll be getting sewer use bills for that apartment complex up there, which you can see that from Route 12 off North Pleasant Valley Road.
Okay,
And that's all.
all right. Okay, attorney's report.
None.
Okay, public work director's report.
Okay, yeah. We had the bid opening for the Gosco pump station improvements back on November 19th. We received 5 bids. The low bid was 1.1 million, and the high bid was about 1.56 million, and the others are all in between there. So they're fairly close, which is a good sign that, you know, that we had some good plans and specifications. And the good news on this is the low bidder, you know, at 1.1 million is within our budget. We had budgeted 1.3 in our CIP. So it looks like we have a project. Our consultant engineer is reviewing the bids and you know, the contractor himself, and then he'll be making a recommendation probably in the next week or so. And then we'll probably sign a contract, I'm guessing probably mid to end of January, and we'll start on that project. Other news, the assistant director's position. I talked to our HR director today about it. They did get a few applicants. He's going through them now. And then I'll be sitting down with him and you know, going through those and see if we have some good candidates in there to interview. So that's all I had to report.
Okay. So the facility report.
Yep, we got that in your packet. Basically, we're still well within our permit limits for the total suspended solids, the BODs, and other key performance indicators. And then our nitrogen in November averaged 108 pounds per day, which is well below our target of 153. So far we're keeping well below that 153. And that's all I had.
I'm sorry. All right, the next thing is the chairman's report. Dave, do you have any report?
No, I don't.
Okay. And as acting chair, neither do I. All right. So the next thing is an update on the Beard Brewery issue.
Yep. I can report that the tax department sent out sewer use fees for the past 2 years to Beard and Mystic Cheese, and the amount sent for Beard Brewing was $12,430.88, and the Mystic Cheese was $2,248.08. As you recall, they didn't get any sewer use bills for the 2 years that they were occupying their building, so that takes care of getting them up to date. And then going forward, until they get their sampling manhole in and flow meters, looks like on average Beard is going to be charged about, based on their water usage, $500 to $600 a month, and Mystic Cheese looks like they'll be around probably $100 to $150 a month. But I have not heard anything from them other than they can, you know, we're a little shocked at the amount of the bill. I have not heard anything from them about as far as, you know, progressing with the installing equipment for their waste system and flow meter. So I will follow up with them on that.
If necessary, can you work out some kind of payment plan for them if they need to do that?
I did check with the finance director to see if they can do that. And unfortunately, I guess state statute says they cannot do anything like that because it is a tax. So unfortunately, it's all due in full on the 16th of this month.
Okay.
unfortunately, that's, that's way beyond my control.
Okay, next thing is the Northwest Interceptor capacity model.
That we just already discussed that. But I did want to, let's see, the one item that was not on the agenda, old business, was the municipal industrial users permit. This is the permit that we talked about last time that DEP is used to issue, and now they've transferred that responsibility to monitor and issue these permits to the municipal water pollution control authorities. I did have Harry Clark, the operations supervisor, did last week give me a analysis of what he thinks the level of effort is going to be on our part. So he has the hours here. So I haven't had a chance to sit down with him and talk to him, but we'll come up with some type of an analysis for what potential fees might be to charge some of these users, and see if that's something you guys want to think about or approve.
Is there any reason to think it would be higher or lower than before?
No, I mean, I think if anything, they'd probably be less. I mean, we're talking fees, probably, simple ones. There might be just one notification form, might be $100 up to, $500 or $600, something like that. I think the DEP was actually charging a little bit more than that previously.
What were these fees for then?
It's the miscellaneous industrial users permit. It's any facility that discharges less than 25,000 gallons. I think it's a day. Industrial users, it's particularly like car washes, people that have floor drains in their facilities. Beard Brewery would fall under this permit. That type of thing.
And it's just sort of in lieu of a metered.
No, it's just a permit just to keep make sure that they are not discharging anything bad into our system. And it was something that DEP was monitoring and keeping track of. But I guess I don't know if for whatever reason they don't have the staff to do it anymore or what, but they transferred this responsibility all onto the local WPCAs across the entire state.
I still don't quite understand. Is this they pay the sewage they're discharging in addition, right?
It's not in addition to. I mean, it's just a permit that we're monitoring instead of the state now. That's all. They were doing this before anyway. Putting these permits in. It's even on their state form. It'd still be the same form and everything. It's just that we're going to be monitoring it instead of the state.
So yeah, it seems like actually. I was just going to say, it seems like the kind of thing we probably should have been doing all along, since we're the ones that are dealing with the outflow from these places, right? I mean,
yeah, absolutely. And I think, I was talking to Harry about it. He's been to some conferences and he was surprised that Connecticut was still doing this, that, most states have, kind of turned this over to the local sewer authorities.
So when
basically,
you say monitoring, does that involve something monitoring what they're discharging, or just monitoring in the sense of making sure that people have permits who should?
It's kind of making sure that they have the permits, and then also maybe doing an annual inspection, just going out there and making sure that they have records, that they pumped out their oil water separators if they have them, just that type of thing. So it's
sorry.
Haven't we always been monitoring the amount of stuff they dump?
No, not necessarily. I mean, they get a bill based on their water usage, but we're not necessarily going out there and then checking all their records and looking in their tanks and that type of thing.
Oh, so we're going to do that now.
Yes. So there is some effort on our part, and that's what we're looking at. What the fee should be if we're taking 4 or 5 hours, a year or something, looking at a certain business, they should have to, cover that cost.
So they're paying for the cost of our monitoring them, if nothing else.
Correct.
Will we be able, do we have the manpower to take this on without hiring a new person or something?
I believe so. But that's one of the things I want to talk to Harry about to see, how much, I know I'm saying 4 or 5 hours a year, but if we have, 10, 20, 50 businesses, that can add up to a lot of hours.
Right.
Mhm.
It's kind of similar to our FOG program we have, our fats, oils, and grease, where we go out and, we have, everybody has permits for that. We monitor, make sure everybody's got their grease separators and they, pump them out when they're supposed to and that type of thing.
Mhm. Okay, so we'll hear more about it, I guess.
Yeah. And I think maybe next time maybe I'll drag Harry along because he's probably more familiar with the technical end of it than I am.
Good.
Okay, that's the last thing that's on the agenda, except the next page has some sort of empty this background, and then there's recommendation of committee action. I'm not sure what that's supposed to mean, or committee action.
I don't know what that is either.
Yeah,
Joe.
you can ignore it. That is actually a page that our agenda program just prints out automatically for whatever reason.
Oh, okay,
Okay.
all right. Dave, if you like, for assuming that we're going to Zoom next month, which I assume is probably the case, when I get the agenda via email, for a while there, a year or two ago, I wasn't, for some reason, the PDFs weren't coming to me, but I'm getting them fine now. I can print them out and bring them over to you if you'd like. I mean, I can, that would
be
save
nice
everybody.
if
Thanks, John.
I had Carrie do it once, but if John, if you want to do it, that'd be fine.
Yeah, I mean, I'm right around the corner. It's not a big deal, so I'd be glad to do that.
Thank you.
And
Okay,
I will
great.
I will put a reminder in my to-do program so that I don't forget.
Yeah. One of these days, I'm going to get all my computer things in order. One of these days.
No worry, as soon as you get that done, something else will go.
All right.
Indeed,
Well,
indeed.
I guess we've come to the end. I don't know if anything is
So
anything more than do we want to bring up or any questions anybody has or
Any new business, in other words.
right.
I just, mentioned that we are working on the budget right now. It seems like we just were meeting not too long ago, setting the user rate, but we are working on that, and I probably should have that for you the next meeting in January. At least a preliminary budget. I'm not proposing any major CIP projects, and certainly aiming to have no increased sewer user fees for next year.
Okay, that's good news.
Okay. Anything else?
Movie adjourn.
Second,
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
thank
Okay,
you.
that's unanimous. So that was good, and we'll see you next month.
All right.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you, everybody.